everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my top 5 favorite drugstore concealers. And I just did a top 5 foundations from the drugstore, and I will go ahead and link that down below if you guys are interested. Also, I want to say that I have joined Whitening Lightning and Gerard Cosmetics, and I am very, very excited. I got a package from them in the mail. I got a couple of lip glosses and a couple other products to play around with, as well as a coupon code. If you guys are interested in me doing a review on some of those products, I'd be more than happy to. Again, I do have a coupon code listed below, and it is 25% off your entire purchase. My code is Devin25. So if you guys are interested, more information on that will be linked below. So in the past, I have touched a little bit on concealers, either concealing redness or concealing dark spots or highlighting underneath the eye, and I want to touch on it a little bit again. So if you have dark circles, you're going to want to use some sort of salmon-y color. If you have redness, you're going to want to use some sort of a green tint concealer or a corrector. These products that I'm going to mention are concealers. Again, like I said, I use them for highlighting and concealing. I don't have any noticeable darkness underneath my eyes, but I do have a corrector palette that I will mention first that is for everybody. This is a concealer and a corrector palette. This is by BH Cosmetics. So I think this right here is a lifesaver. If you have under eye darkness or redness, I definitely highly recommend that you purchase something like this. Like I said, it is a concealer palette and a corrector palette. It comes with 6 different shades. The 3 top ones are concealers, and then the 3 bottom ones are corrector shades. So now this palette comes in 3 different shades, light, medium, and dark. I have the light palette because obviously I have a light complexion. So like I said, the bottom 3 colors are corrector colors. You have a green shade, which cancels out redness. You have a yellowy golden shade, which is also a corrector color. You can also combine that with the pink color. So if you use the pink and the yellow together, it kind of creates this salmon-y color, which that cancels out darkness. And then of course on the top you have your 3 different shades of concealers, which I think it's really handy because you can mix and match the different shades to get your perfect shade. So if you have under eye darkness, I definitely recommend that you take a corrector palette like this. Use a salmon-y shade and apply that over your dark circles or dark areas underneath your eye, and then you can go in with either the same color skin tone or a brightening concealer, and that will help cover any under eye darkness. If you have under eye redness, I recommend that you take the green shade in here and apply it over any red areas. This is not only for underneath the eye, but for the whole face. So what I like to do is take the green shade and apply it on my blemishes where I have any redness, and then go over it with the same shade concealer as my skin tone. I think that makes the redness completely disappear and also hides any blemishes or darkness that you may have. I absolutely love this palette. I think it's really handy. I don't use it on an everyday basis, but when I find that I have a little bit of under eye darkness or a red spot or a blemish that I need to conceal, this definitely comes in handy. It's a one-time purchase, and you have 6 different concealer and corrector shades in this palette, and it is really, really affordable. Like I said, it comes in 3 shades. It's BH Cosmetics, and it's definitely worth checking out. So now that I talked about correcting any under eye darkness or redness that you may have, I'm going to go ahead and talk about some concealers that work as brighteners as well. So the first concealer I'm going to be talking about is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I use this as a concealer as well as a highlighting concealer. Mine, I have 2. One is almost gone and one is brand new. Both of these are in the shade Fair. So this is a really, really creamy consistency, and it blends out very, very nicely, and I think this does a great job at concealing as well as highlighting underneath the eye. I also take my highlighting concealer and I apply it in the areas that I usually would, which would be the forehead, down the nose, on the cupid's bow, on the chin, and sometimes I like to go around the mouth if it's necessary. I really, really like this concealer because it is a very, very light consistency. It's easy to blend out, and it doesn't crease under the eye as easily as some other products. Another concealer that's extremely popular here on YouTube is the Maybelline Instant Age Eraser, and mine, I have the one that I'm using right now is in light, and I actually have a brand new one that I haven't gotten to yet, and this is in the shade Fair. I got this one a while ago, and I had to purchase another one just because the top, actually the sponge tip actually broke off of it. I do still use it. I just twist it up and then apply it on my finger and then dab it on the areas that I like. And like the Maybelline Fit Me, it doesn't crease up as easily as others. but I really like this. It's easy to blend out, and I really do like the sponge tip applicator on this. I know some people don't like it, but I think it blends out the product very nicely. I think the sponge tip also applies the product very evenly on my skin, and like I said, I know some people don't like the sponge. If you guys don't like the sponge is sort of glued on there, but it's easily removed if you just pull on it, and it works the same way. You can just apply it with your fingers, or you can put it on the back of your hand and apply it with a brush. So again, this is another concealer that I use as a concealer and a highlighter. If you're wondering how to purchase a concealer that you can use as a concealer and a highlighter, I would just stick with your whatever your foundation shade is. I would just get 1 or 2 shades lighter in a concealer, and it's automatically going to brighten underneath your eye or wherever you put the concealer. Now, if you're looking for concealers that hide blemishes, I would definitely stick with the same color as your skin tone. Definitely wouldn't go any lighter than your actual foundation, because it's just going to highlight those blemishes or those dark areas. Like I said, a corrector palette is always a good option. So the last 2 concealers that I'm going to mention are ones that I specifically use for highlighting. They're not much of a actual true concealer because I have purchased them in such light shades. The first one I'm going to mention is an absolute love. This is the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer, and this is the shade Fair. This I almost purchased way too light. I think I might have to go and purchase the actual light one instead of the Fair, just because I have been tanning and it is extremely light on my skin. But I really like this for underneath the eye, especially if I'm going out and I have a harsh contour. I like it really white and bright underneath my eyes, and I just think this blends out really easily, and it's very creamy. So the NARS Creamy Concealer is a high-end concealer, one of the only high-end concealers that I actually have purchased, and I really do like the NARS concealer, but I think this is definitely comparable to it. They have the same consistency and the same texture, and if you guys haven't tried the NYX HD, I definitely recommend trying it out. They have several shades available, and I really think it's worth the money. The last concealer that I'm going to be talking about is one that I purchased quite a bit ago, and this is the L'Oreal Visible Lift CC Eye Concealer Corrector, and this is in the shade Light. I love this for no makeup looks, or a very easy natural makeup look, or even those days where I don't wear any makeup at all. It's one of those concealers that has a roller ball on the tip, and so you just roll it over the area where you need to conceal, and it also has caffeine in it. And so if you're like me and you're not ready to wake up, your kids wake you up, or if you're waking up for work and you're just not ready, or if you look extremely tired, I definitely recommend in purchasing something like this. Now again, this is the L'Oreal one. I know Garnier has a rollerball concealer as well that you can roll on underneath the eyes, and I really think this is something to invest in if you have under eye bags, or if you just have really puffy eyes in the morning, or if you're just really tired and you need to pick me up. I definitely recommend trying something like this. Again, it has caffeine in it, and when you apply it on your skin, you can feel the tingling and the coolness in the product, and it's really easy to blend out. It's really light, and again, I use it for when I'm either wearing no makeup or a really natural makeup look, and I definitely highly recommend something like this if you have to wake up early or if you're just tired all the time. So that is it for my top 5 favorite drugstore concealers. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're not subscribed so you can see more of my top 5 favorite drugstore items. So I know a bunch of you have already commented and told me what you would like to see in my next top 5 favorite drugstore products. If you guys haven't let me know what you guys want to see, make sure you do in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks everybody.